What's cracking, guys? Omar Esaf here with my main man Bart.
Howdy do.
Wait, do that again. Snail.
With four eyes.
Oh, a mutant snail.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to say quickly, we're going to talk about the training, how it went today, our different goals. We're both leaning out. We're on that fat loss phase. We'll perhaps, make another video on that. I want to talk about bench press training. I want to talk about kind of the role of a positive environment, because I got to be straight up. I would not have hit the PR today if it wasn't for you and the barbell crew essentially cheering me on.
You smashed it.
Dude, well, let's talk about, Bart, why don't you first explain, we know everyone here definitely knows about RP. Why don't you explain what the POS scale is that we developed? Why don't you explain what that is, bro?
So I did mention this in another video.
Yeah.
And everyone goes on the RP scale, which is rated perceived exertion, and it's how you feel when the weight moves.
Right.
How many you have left in the tank, 2 reps, 3 reps, or whatever. But there's a lot of times where in your mind you're like, okay, for sure that's an RPE 10.
Yeah.
And the buddy you're working out with is like, dude, that was like an RPE 7. So us just joking around, we created the POS scale, which is partner observational scale.
Yeah.
And that's more accurate because sometimes, you have a shitty day and it feels like a grinder, but really you smoked it.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what happened today, where today you're like, oh man, today's it's going to be a mediocre bench day. But I'm like, dude, that 275 warm-up, you smoked. I think you're going to have a great bench day.
Dude, and I got to be for real, not that I didn't believe you, but I thought, like, you're being supportive, you're my homie.
Yeah.
So I did take a look at the footage, and I think that's a benefit
and it flew, right?
Moving stuff. And I'm like, what? I'm like, this flew better than the last time.
Yeah.
So let's talk first about your training, man.
It flew so good that I was tempted to tell you to just go for a PR.
Oh yeah.
But I know like you have your back injury, so I don't want you to like overflex or like aggravate or anything. So I was just like, no, I'm not gonna say anything stupid.
No, but I think everything just worked out perfect, slowly ramped up. Talk us through how it's going for you, because you got a great bench press, you're losing weight right now, and you're also maintaining your strength. Tell me how that's going for you, man.
So, bench press I would say is like one of my strengths.
Yeah. And
usually as I get heavier, I get stronger at the bench press.
Sure.
And same thing with when I lose weight. When I get leaner and I drop weight, my bench press just starts dying. So right after the meet, my working weight, which is usually around 330 to like 350 for like triples, it dropped all the way down to 305, and it felt really, really heavy. So the last 3 weeks, I've been very humble and just kind of like checking my ego at the door, making sure I'm relearning these leverages, because now I'm like 20 pounds lighter than I was before.
Changes everything.
It changes everything. So I've been stuck at 315 for a while, whereas before I could probably easily do like 3 sets of 6 at 315.
Yeah.
And today, when I did my first set, it just felt really good.
Very good.
And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna go up a little bit, 325, and that felt good. And after that, I really wanted 335, but I didn't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just go for a 330. And the 330, it looked like a RP 8.5.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, cool. I'm gonna cut it there. Backed off to the AMRAP with 315, and I knocked out 5.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much like a rep PR after my main working set. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm back on track. It's a new PR at a lower body weight. I don't think I've ever hit 330 for 3 weighing under 210 before.
Yeah.
So I'm on track to hitting a pretty good bench at a new lower weight.
Dude, yeah, you're 208 right now, and the weight just keeps dropping, and that's kind of the goal. We both have the goal of maintaining it. I think that's also another thing, training with people smarter, training with people that lift more weight. Like I'm training with you, and like you're just dominating the weight. So when I go to 295, I know you lifted more, so I'm just like, damn, like I gotta quit being a little bitch and just lift this weight up.
You killed it.
I do think potentially maybe in the future, because I was like 175, hit 295 for 5. I'm gonna call it a YouTube pause, because I know people out there are gonna be like, man, that wasn't a pause, right? Because it wasn't IPF, right? Also, let's be honest, the hair's too long probably for IPF. There's a lot of factors.
The eyebrows are too thick.
Yeah, they're too damn thick. Too much testosterone.
In my opinion, anything that's not a touch and go is a pause on YouTube.
Right.
But then even with the IPF, sometimes there's inconsistent judging. Some people it's like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you know.
Yeah.
So who knows?
So that's what I'm thinking about. Like the bench is just feeling really great. Like I smashed a PR the week before. I hit 295 for 5. This week I hit 295 pause for 5.
Yeah.
All-time PR. The most
great.
Dude, the most I handled before that was 285 at a lighter body weight. So things are just awesome. Talk me through the final thing though, dude. These fucking giant sets. What the hell are you trying to do with us, bro?
Alright, so this is the second time that I've bulked like crazy where I gained like 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And one thing that I learned from the last time I did it was just because I got heavier, my arms got bigger,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, if I just stick to the compound movements, as I cut down, I'm going to maintain all that muscle.
Yeah.
And my arm size, which is a huge mover in my bench,
Yeah.
it didn't really retain the weight that I thought it was going to be. So for this cut, it was really important for me to make sure I keep the frequency high on the arms.
Sure.
Because it doesn't really fatigue my bench, but just the fact that if I keep the volume high, the frequency high on the arms, and not so much the intensity,
Yeah.
I've been noticing that I've been able to keep my arm size relatively big while I'm cutting down. And because it's such an important mover on my bench, I'm just kind of custom tailoring, making these little minor adjustments that I know is going to be effective later on.
Absolutely. I mean, let's just say it's a dirty job. Someone's got to do it. We put in the time, we put in the effort. We're going to be making that video with Bart as it relates to his cut,
Yeah.
how that's going. That's going really great. We're all just getting leaner, maintaining our strength, maybe even going to hit some PRs. It's just awesome, man. And last thing I want to say is that you've created with Barbell like a really positive lifting environment.
Oh, thank you.
Like, bro, I fucking hate training in the morning. I don't think you even understand how much I hate training in the morning, but you guys make it more than bearable.
What time do you usually wake up?
Like 11 o'clock, so we're training here at like 8:39, right?
Yeah.
And but you guys make it more than bearable. Like it's a really positive environment. I get my best workouts by far with you guys. I wouldn't even have thought of attempting this PR if it wasn't for all the support, you know. So I think it's just awesome. You guys should definitely check out his channel. Link is going to be in the description. Bart, thanks so much for being on, man.
You're welcome.
If you liked the video, that's all the time we have. You made it all the way to the end. Either you're on the shitter, maybe you just, you know, fell asleep. Like the damn video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.